All right, guys, it's beautiful fall Saturday morning here out of Hillsboro Inlet, Pompano Beach, and we're making up for lost time on Encore Light, our 17 whaler. So just a few weeks ago, we were up out of Jupiter Inlet. Fall mullet run had just made its appearance there. I think we were even a little early then, but we've had reports that mullet have started to show up inside the inlet on the beaches and everything. So dunked the boat in the water this morning. We're gonna see if we can net some mullet, play around on the beach a little bit. I also got some chum bags. We might go hit the balls, maybe grab some ballyhoo. I know there's been some ballyhoo showers and dolphin, occasional sail, tunas, everything in those ballyhoo showers as well. So we're gonna see what we can make happen today. Stay tuned. All right, so I didn't see any mullet or any good activity on the beach just yet, which I'm sure is gonna change depending upon, we got an outgoing tide here in an hour or so. So we went ahead and ran south a little ways to the balls in between Pompano Pier, Commercial Pier. Got a good north current, which I like. West wind, which kind of blows us off this reef edge here a little bit. We're gonna put out a block of chum, see if we can get some ballyhoo up and hoop net some ballyhoo. If we end up playing around with the ballyhoo showers today, they'll be zoned in on ballyhoo and they won't be eating anything else. So we're gonna go ahead and see if we can catch a few ballyhoo. We may even put out a couple baits here. As the saying on the box, I believe, says, bionic bait, if you chum, they will come. We're about to find out. All right, so it was a little slow to start, but we got some ballyhoo, some runners starting to show up in the chum. So I got this ballyhoo net that I really don't hardly ever use, but got it out. I'm gonna see if we can get them piled up in the chum, and it's kind of floating back there on the surface with a float just kind of holding it just below the top of the water. Get them up, and then we're gonna pull it back and hopefully get a handful in the net. Little fellers. Take the chum out of the water. Back here? Do that quite a few more times. We'll be good to go. Got a double header. I'm looking for like 2 dozen at a time, but we'll take it. Spin that well. Keep them nice and happy. There you go. we got the mother load. To do that one more time, we're actually going to put a couple baits out here. Now that we've got some life, got some ballyhoo, we got some bigger bait fish, we'll probably put a bait out on the top and the bottom and just fish for a little bit, see if we can get some bites, and then eventually go back to seeing what's on the beach. Maybe running around looking for ballyhoo showers. Get him, he's up. You can feel it in the fans there. Trying to get him out. Ah! I needed to be a little more aggressive than I was. Seemed like a decent fish, but the sea fans and whatever else is down there, I could feel I was wrapped up in that also. And in the process of trying to get him out of that, that happened. Just about getting ready to call it. These fish know how to mess with your head. So I ain't going out like that. We ain't going out like that. We're gonna go one more time. Back down. Bottom bait. Let's see what happens. Running here like 20 feet of water, so just kind of looking around, and saw a couple of frigate birds in tight, and they definitely were moving around like they were on something. So I wanted to slide in here and maybe be ready to pitch something out. Where'd they get off to though now? Question. We're gonna go ahead and flip this ballyhoo out. Just pull it around in here for a second. Got a little turn right here as well. So these birds are working in this area for a reason. We're gonna just take a peek and drag a bait around, see if we maybe can find what they're looking at. Oh, here we go. Tight on the bottom rod. A little light action there on, this is a light leader, which is a little concerning. Really did not plan for this today. Maybe feels like a little trigger action or something. Love these light tackle 8-foot rods that Randy Tao built. What we got here? Oh, caught up in my other rod right now. Oh, we got a little juvenile mutt. Get the other. Little tiny guy in shallow. He's not legal, so he's gonna go back in, but this guy is just, good Lord. This fish here is kind of what I was talking to you guys about back at the balls. You can catch plenty of legal ones, but certainly lots of juvenile mangroves in there, cotkeeper yellowtails, ceros, you name it. And of course, got to give a shout out to Ronnie Mitchum and Ed Weisenberger, who are the guys that kind of turned me on to that a little bit. Send that guy back down to the bottom. And hey, we didn't get skunked, so I'll take it. Just fired another fresh ballyhoo down, and didn't take long. This one seems like it might be a little better fish. It's on the surface swimming right now. What do we got going here? Lead's right here, unless it slid up the line, which it probably did. Hopefully that lead's not going to get eaten by a little mackerel or something. All right. Oh, that's what we got, little king. There he goes. At least we got him to the boat. That's part of what's been short biting us and stuff like that. A lot of times in this shallow water, stuff like that, you get a lot of small kings, ceros, which are great eating. I think that was a small king from what I could see as quick as I had a chance. So go figure. Slow day, nothing happening. Mullet on the beach, mullet on the inlet. That's kind of a last shot. I said, let's just take some of these fresh ballyhoo and we'll just make a shallow drift. And we mostly have light tackle rods, and I've had a few bites, so made a little something out of nothing. In case you were wondering, we didn't beat that rainstorm, but we made it back. It was not the trip I expected it to be. That's fishing. You know, it's just one of those days where nothing really lined up as expected, but still had a great trip on the boat. Hopefully you picked up some good tips there with what we were doing, playing around with the ballyhoo in the shallows, at least trying to catch them for bait. And didn't really see any showering ballyhoo, so that didn't happen, but we made the best of a tough day at the end. Always be prepared to pivot, and that's what we did. Threw out some of these fresh ballyhoos on the bottom and top. Actually had a half dozen bites at the end, and got tight on a couple of fish. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. More action to come on the Whaler. We got some CV stuff coming down the pipeline. A little fishing, inshore fishing with Mike Holiday up in Stewart. So stay tuned for more action from Fish Blue Water.